Hey, I just wanted to share a couple tips on some of the carp fishing that I do. I got a couple friends that are always asking me how how I catch so much carp. So I'm gonna go over just a couple quick things that have really worked well for me. Um, Number one, I fish with multiple poles in the water. So I have four set up for carp, and when I mean set up, we'll get into that in a little bit. But I've got four fishing rods that are set up solely for carp fishing. So when I go, I get them in the water, and we'll go over that. And then I either just sit in a chair and read a book, or I will bait fish. Or cast fish with another rod while I'm waiting. So that's the number one thing. So it's just not one line in the water. Obviously, you get better results. I got three or four poles in the water uh, at all times, and I got little bells you can get on eBay, right? Fishing pole alarm bells. I get a box of like 25 for like $5, that kind of thing, and they just clip on to the pole. So if I'm reading a book, I can hear the pole shake, the bell will go off, and I know I've got one on the line. So I do I do have all the same fishing poles for my setup for carp, and I just have the Ugly Stick G2 uh, rods. I got them from Walmart. Actually, I think I bought the first two on eBay, and it was a combo. Came with the rod and reel. I mean, just that basic, and it's around $50, right? So there's places that have them for 40, $45, and some places I've seen them for 60. But um, you can get the rod and reel combo. I've never had an issue with any of them, and I put the same setup on all four of those rods. I've got two fishing poles that I got set up for catfishing, and I've got two set up for when I go like bass fishing, and I just take those poles. I don't change things out on them. I just, through the years, um, I walked in the store and I was like, something. I got a little extra money to spend, so I bought, I bought the same one. So now I've got four. They're just my dedicated to carp fishing. So that's number one. Three or four rods in the water all time, just for the carp fishing. And so now I'll go over the rig that I use. The rig is, you'll hear people use that term if you don't know what it means. It's just the way you set up your hooks and weights and things like that. It's your rig. It's your setup. So we're gonna get on to that. See, and I'll show you what I use on all four of those. So this is the rig that I use. It's called the hair rig, and I buy these online. Okay, and what it is, it's a hook. Oops, with a little extra line at the end of it. It's like a hair rig. Okay, and you could YouTube how to tie this yourself. It's just easier for me to do it online. I look for them size 6. I get them on eBay, and this is how we set it up. So I ordered it again online. I get a bag of fake corn, or you can get it at a fishing store. Comes with this needle thread, and you put the fake corn on it, and there's a little hook on the end. I put it on like this, and then I just push the corn down onto the thread. Like that. So it's on this outstanding piece of thread. And I don't, and then they come with these little plastic stoppers, so the corn doesn't slide off. I use a pair of needle nose pliers because it's just easier for me that way to get it on. And I put that on the loop. And that's it. That's the rig. And I don't put bait on the hook. The plastic corn, when I bait with corn, is laying there amongst the other corn, and the carp or catfish will come and just start, sucking it up, eating all the corn, and this gets sucked into his mouth, and that's when he gets hooked. And this keeps, not all the time, but it'll keep turtles from stealing your hook or your bait on your hook. So this is the rig that I use, number 6. Again, you can learn how to do it on a YouTube video. That's how I did. And then, but I just buy these online. And that's a 5-pack, and it usually comes with like 3 or 4 5-packs, and it's not that expensive. So this is part of my rig as well. And I'm going to put this on the line in a minute and show you. But this is called a method feeder. And again, I buy them online. Every year, I'll buy like a 5-pack. I always keep a bunch in my tackle box. But it's a method feeder. And we're going to put a pack bait of this, of corn, and toss it out in the water. And when it hits the ground, it'll all fall onto the bottom of the lake or the river. And my bait would be sitting there with the rest of the pack bait that's now laying around in the ground. And we're going to put this on the line, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks. All right, so I got it all tied up on the line. As you can see, the method feeder is on the line. And then I got it tied off with this swivel clip. And we'll just put the leader right on that. And that is my carp rig. Just like that. Okay? And then when it's all said and done, and I'm going home, I got a case. And I will take the rig off when I'm done fishing. And I put it in the case. And that's it, just like that. And big. He was heavy, man.